Hey, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, and we're here for our second installation of Aroma plus Touch. How do those two work together to make our lives that much better? Last week, wait, hold on. I'm Audrey Charba. Uh, I'm here at the Joyful Casa, the name we gave to our life, our family, business, and it's also our hope for you and for your family. The Joyful Casa to kind of get the health hiccups out of the way so that we can get back to joy in our homes. So welcome, thank you for being here. Whew, sorry it's a little late. My little one who joined us last week decided to fill her diaper right, right as I was starting. So I paused that. Big sister has her, so she may be joining us again in a minute. But anywho, thanks for your patience. Uh, Last week we talked about using aroma and touch together to reduce stress. And I'm sorry, I don't know why the Facebook invitation still said that for all of them. I think maybe because all four classes are linked. But if you're here today for Aroma and Touch for stress management, I'll go over that just briefly as a recap. But actually, today we're going to be talking about using aroma and touch for boosting your immune system. Um, First and foremost, what are essential oils? Why are we talking about these in this application? Well, aroma, especially those of pure scents from plants, are extremely beneficial. Our bodies are meant for smell. If you can think about back to your most vivid memories, they're almost always connected with smell, whether it's good or bad, right? Cookies, baking cookies in your grandma's kitchen. How about that nasty kind of medicinal smell of a hospital? Just think back to your most vivid memories, and they're almost always tied to smell. Also think of, let's say, fire and smoke. Your bodies are just wired to recognize the smell of smoke way faster than we'd recognize, seeing flame and thinking danger. So as soon as that the smell of the smoke hits our nose and our brain almost immediately, we either have that adrenaline response or know to act and check it out and things like that. So our bodies are just wired to smell things and then react to respond. And so we can harness that awesome mechanism in our body to create an environment that's peaceful, that's joyful, uplifting, calming, motivating. So we can use aroma to our advantage to create emotion and mood, memory too. Um, Thinking homeschool mom here, thinking, yeah, we use specific smells in homeschool to help retention um, of memory and things. And then also we can use aroma to react to something that happened. So hopefully, as much as we can, we are preparing being proactive. Well, in just a second, I'm going to turn off the sound of my phone so it doesn't go off. Being proactive, but if the unexpected happens, we also want to be able to respond to that. So bringing the cortisol down, getting that adrenaline out, and flooding good chemistry back into our brains. So last week we talked about trees and flowers in the balance blend and how they can be really calming. So that's a blend of spruce, whole leaf, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. So the chemistry in flowers and trees is very grounding, very calming. So when we're dealing with stress or want to be prepared for stressful situations, balance is an awesome blend. And then lavender by itself is a fantastic blend. I'm sorry, a fantastic oil for calming and stress relief. Also for getting good sleep, which helps us to combat stress better. And then we also, yes, last week covered the Aroma Touch hand technique and how our bodies are all like, it's like an electrical system, right? All of our nerves are connected to different things because our body has to send messages that way, both chemistry and electricity. And so on our hands, we have zones that are kind of electrically wired to our whole body, kind of, all the way down and then out through our hands, down through our feet. And so when we apply essential oils in these zones, we can help kind of direct through acupressure where what we're trying to activate or calm, depending on the essential oils we're using synergistically. So Aroma plus touch to calm the body. When I was, and sorry if you caught us last week or the recording and this is a repeat, but I'm always reminded of the power of touch through my training as a park ranger. They taught us, whenever we had a situation where someone had a traumatic event and we were trying to, kind of interview them and get their side of the story, and or even if it was just, they fell off their bike and they're feeling rough. They always instructed us to put our hand like on their shoulder, and then even if we, didn't need to take their pulse, to make contact. So put our hand on the wrist, act as if, we're being busy, but we need to establish touch, that we're made for contact. Babies need and crave human contact from the earliest age. And that doesn't stop when we're adults. And so as a stress relief mechanism, touch is super powerful. And then add essential oils to that direct the chemistry in our brain to be calm. It's just amazing, the power that can come with that. So for stress, lavender, balance, trees and flowers. For immune system then, we're looking at things that are going to instruct our cells to help stop the replication of viruses by stopping their communication. Viruses aren't alive, but so they have to hijack how our cells replicate themselves to do their dirty work. And so our cells are really great about dying off and targeting, invaders that bother our bodies. But sometimes they need some help. And so two things that I want to cover in today's class are the essential oils and kind of classes of essential oils that boost our immune system. And then also a really cool way to harness our lymphatic system, which is it's a huge tool in our tool belt for boosting our immune system. How we can use lymphatic massage with essential oils to really give our immune system a boost. Okay. All right. So the two oils that I'm going to talk about today are a blend called On Guard and Melaleuca, which is often known as tea tree. A fun fact, tea tree was, we source it from Australia and also from Kenya. Both places, the chemistry of that oil is superior. It's amazing. It grows, really well there. And so it doesn't need a lot of extra care, fertilization, things like that. It's just the perfect climate for it. And the Australian people knew that and put tea tree into the first aid kits of their soldiers back in World War One or two. I'm not sure if it's still in there today, but they knew the power of tea tree oil for first aid and its cleansing properties. So tea tree is one that we use in first aid applications. So applying to cuts and scrapes. We use tea tree in the bottoms of your feet to boost your entire immune system. And this one can actually be used internally as well. So, you know, anytime I've had like canker sores, you can swish with a drop of this in water. Super beneficial to the tissues in your mouth, but then also you can swallow it as a whole body immune support. So that's tea tree essential oil or melaleuca. And the blend On Guard is a lot of different spices and things. So the oils in this, pull back the label, give me 1 second. There's a new bottle that came in my certification kit for the Aroma Touch technique. Okay, I was looking in the wrong place. I didn't even have to lift it up. Okay, it's a blend of wild orange, clove, cinnamon leaf and cinnamon bark, eucalyptus leaf, and rosemary leaf. So herbs and spices. Super powerful for whole body immune support. You can also use this oil all three ways. So aromatically, we're putting this in our diffuser and breathing it in, so getting that essential oil right down into our lung tissue. Also in through our sinuses. Whenever you have some kind of sinus junk, there's so few blood vessels and blood flow through there that it's really hard for our bodies to clear up sinus, pathogens in the sinus cavity. So we can breathe the essential oils into our sinuses. It's super helpful to our bodies fighting that junk. So aromatically, we're using On Guard. Topically, you can use On Guard again. We use it on cuts and scrapes. We're using it on the bottoms of our feet for whole body immune support. Using it again, oral applications, so a mouthwash swish. You can find On Guard in toothpaste, mouthwash, and then little beadlets that you can either pop in your mouth or swallow whole for constant immune support. And then, so topically and internally, the beadlets, sore throat application, On Guard is fantastic. You can gargle with it, like a shot glass of water with a drop. Also, a spritz application is really helpful in getting that right onto your throat. So let me show you then how we can use essential oils with lymphatic massage to be a really great immune booster. So I'm going to grab my oils and start with coconut oil. That's twofold purpose. It's going to keep the essential oil on this area instead of evaporating away. Essential oils are aromatic compounds, volatile aromatic compounds, which means that the liquid wants to change from a liquid to a gaseous state. And so the fatty lipid oil like coconut oil helps to weigh it down so that it doesn't evaporate away as quickly. And so it can do more good right here instead of aromatically, like breathing it in. So you'll get both, but it'll be more effective on your localized area. Okay, so I put coconut oil and On Guard in my hand, and I'm just gonna kind of slather it here. The other purpose of that coconut oil is to reduce friction. It's just, we're gonna be doing a lot of rubbing here to engage the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is a series of valves and fluid draining through those valves, but they don't open and shut on their own. They need you and to activate them. So jumping, walking, running. If you've ever seen those small trampolines, the rebounders, that was to activate lymphatic massage or lymphatic drainage, and then massage. So first thing we want to do then is open up those valves. So right here, you have a bone, it's a flat bone, and you want these 3 fingers right behind that, and just slight pressure, tap that, super light pressure, about 50 times. And by opening up those valves, you might start feeling some drainage in the back of your throat and your nose, but that kind of prepares the area. So you do about 50 times. The next thing then is to move fluid from here to here, okay? Some people you'll see go like this. I found that that's a little awkward, so I have been crisscrossing my hands, and that feels more natural to me. So either way, whatever you feel, but come down from the top of your neck down, also about 50 times. Okay, then we're gonna come back down here, another 50 pumps, opening up those valves so that any of that fluid can drain. 50 times, and this is not real time. It will take a little bit of time to get all 50 of those pumps. The next thing is Spock hands. So we're going to come up around the ears and also help that fluid drain. And so you need your Spock hands. And 50 times there. And I'm just keeping pressure against my ears here, not really pushing, but just maintaining good contact and draining down, so it doesn't hurt or anything like that. I do this on my kids. I'll just put them in my lap and kind of just, since they're in front of me, I just do it exactly like I would to myself, but to them, and just maybe 2 fingers, and put them in front of a show or have someone read them a book while we're doing that. And then do pumps again. The next area we want to bring fluid is from back here, and we're moving that forward. Also 50 times. I don't feel a need to crisscross my arms on this one, but feel free if that feels more natural to you to come across. Another 50 times. And then you do 50 more pumps here. If you are having some sinus congestion, you can also do like finger massage here. And so if you Google where your, like sinus cavity, it shows a really great, and I'll post in our class Facebook group, the direction of where the lymphatic liquid flow is. And so under your eyes, above your eyebrows, gosh, that feels so good. And I'm not even congested, but up back here. And you always want to come back here to the jaw, and then fluid down, open up your valves. So across all the way back down here, down, and then pumps. Another trick I've seen is right up here, if you go opposite, that can also open up a lot of sinus pressure. And then here to here, down, valves. Okay, so that's called the lymphatic drainage massage. And I find that it always works best, I mean, with essential oils. But if you're without, it's definitely better to do it even without essential oils than to not. Um, this by itself is amazing for sore throat, but you need to do it like consistently. As soon as you notice the sore throat coming back, do it again, because what's happening is that extra touch and massage is bringing blood flow to the area, and that blood flow is bringing new white blood cells to do some fighting for your immune system. And so if you notice that your sore throat has returned, it just needs some new fighters. Okay, so lymphatic massage, pump, 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 as often as you're feeling a sore throat. It's amazing how effective that is. And usually when you have a sore throat, your glands are a bit swollen here. So it feels, that also just feels really good to massage the lymph nodes. And yeah, amazing how well that works for a sore throat. Okay, so hopefully you have some good tools for boosting your immune system. That is part of those 4 oils, actually: balance, lavender, tea tree, and on guard are the first 4 oils in the Aroma Touch technique. And I mentioned that, you know, I've been certified a couple different times in the Aroma Touch technique, which is a systematic application of these 8 essential oils to the back, to the ears, and to the bottoms of the feet. So utilizing touch and the drawing of, you know, extra blood flow, human contact, connection, and then the individual properties of each of those 8 essential oils to bring our body through calming and reducing stress, boosting our immune system, and then things that we haven't talked about yet, reducing inflammation and bringing our body back to homeostasis and energy and stamina, which, you know, yes, it's great to be calm and collected, but to live life, we need a little bit of both. We need energetic, you know, motion, and we also need to be, you know, have those roots and be calm and stress-free. So that's what we're going to be talking about next week, is reducing inflammation. The week after that, we'll address energy and stamina. And I encourage you this week, again, 2 things. Make sure that you have all of the essential oils that you need to boost your immune system, de-stress, to attack that inflammation, and then be, you know, have the energy and stamina support that you need. You can get your own kit like this. It's $250 and will come with a step-by-step follow-along training. It's a teachable course that you can access module by module. So you can sit down for the whole course in one sitting, break it up, come back to it as many times as you need. It's worth $250 in it itself, but the training is free with the $250 oil kit. And so make sure you get your oils, and then also reach out to someone and help them teach them, boost your immune system with the Aroma Touch hand technique, with the lymphatic drainage massage. They are amazing tools in your tool belt, and I can't imagine not having them now that they become part of our family's habits. So thank you for joining us today. And Little Bit has been with Big Sister this whole time. I'm sorry I didn't get to she didn't get to say hi today, but I'm sure she'll be back maybe with Big Sister in tow next Tuesday. So take care. If you have any questions, I'll stop the recording and then take any of your questions after that. Good night.